Miriam Kim with the Hype 411. Vybz Kartel continues to experience the snail pace of our Jamaican justice system as his conspiracy trial was once again postponed this week. Kartel, along with his co-accused Gaza Slim, aka Vanessa Sadler, and Andre Henry, aka Pimpin, appeared in the corporate area resident magistrate's court to answer to conspiracy charges. But the trial was postponed because the prosecution had not served all the required documents on the defense. The three were charged with conspiracy to pervert the course of justice after an incident late last year where Gaza Slim filed a false police report claiming that she was robbed by a man who identified himself as Clive Williams, who is of course one of the men that Vybz Kartel is accused of murdering. Yes, so detectives say they are in possession of a cell phone with text messages sent from Kartel instructing Gaza Slim to carry out the act. This is the third case against Vybz Kartel that has been postponed over the last few weeks. But both of them are his murder charges and they were rescheduled. While Gaza Slim and Pimpin are out on bail, Vybz Kartel remains incarcerated. They return to court next month. On Boxing Day, when the 2012-2013 LTM pantomime opens to the public, contemporary Jamaican youngsters will be front and center with Schoolers taking the stage. That's Schoolers with a Z, by the way. Writer-lyricist Barbara Gludon explains that they feel young people have such a place in society that every now and again we must focus on them. With that said, they decided to bring back Schoolers featuring a new generation talking about BBs, SBAs, and so on. Some may remember the original Schoolers and Schoolers 2, which thrilled the local audiences back in 1989 and 1995 respectively before traveling as far as Toronto. Gludon explained that the revisited staging of the performance will be looking at how today's youth are dealing with things compared to how youth did some time ago. Not to mention the young people culture, particularly the way we speak. Yeah. As with all the national pantomimes, the show promises wholesome entertainment for any age, with lively singing, energetic movement, vibrant costumes, and of course, lots of laughs. Definitely a Christmas treat you and your family should check out. Our international bit this week takes you down the yellow brick road with Dorothy, the Tin Man, and the Lion. That's right, we're talking about the Wizard of Oz. More particularly, we're talking about Judy Garland's blue and white gingham dress from the Wizard of Oz that sold, forget this, $480,000 US at a Beverly Hills auction recently. If you remember anything about the 1939 classic, you'll remember the dress. And although the price, someone paid seems a little bit ridiculously expensive, that's just about the price that the auctioneers estimated it would be sold for. And interestingly enough, that price is lower than other Hollywood costumes worn by Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, and a similar dress worn during the tests of The Wizard of Oz that fetched just about $1 million in 2011. It's no surprise to see movie dresses going for big bucks. Last year, Marilyn Monroe's white subway dress, the little pose from the 1955 movie, The 7-Year Itch, sold for $4.6 million. And Audrey Hepburn's ascot dress from My Fair Lady fetched $3.7 million. And we're talking about US here. Yeah. After spending so much on an outfit you probably would never wear, what do you really do with it though? Today's parenting tip: teach your child to respect themselves, others, their country, and their environment. This can help build their self-esteem, curb bullying, build patriotic people, and of course, preserve our beautiful island home. I'm Miriam Kim, and that's the Hype 411. Shoutouts to Chronic Designs for my t-shirts.